technique on how to be what you want to be and have what you want to have. Don't, as I say, compare yourself with anyone else. You decide what you're going to be in this world, and then here is how you apply it. First of all, you define your goal. In other words, you have to start with a word. What's a word? It's a clearly defined idea. And so write down exactly what you want to be and what you want to have. And once you do that, now you go and prepare the place. That means that through the power of your beautiful, wonderful human imagination, you go and prepare the place. Live in that dream fulfilled as though you have already received it. Because when you want something, you have to believe that you've already received it on the fourth dimension. And then it will be manifest on the third dimension. But most people won't go and prepare the place. They just think of something. They say, oh, I'm going to have a beautiful new car. They keep thinking of the new car as something that's sitting in an agency window there. Or they think about somebody else that has a new car, that one. So don't think of it, you think from the end. You have to go and prepare the place. And you do that through the beautiful, wonderful imagination. And so, like a little child, remember we're supposed to become like a little children, become like a little child. And through the power of that imagination, you pretend that you already have that car. Thrilled to the ecstasy of driving that car. That your wife or your friend or somebody is sitting with you and you talk to them. You could maybe have children. They're in the back seat and they're talking about how the windows are working so beautifully, up and down, and so much fun. So just keep believing that you already have that car. That is the key. You've got to believe that you already received it, and the only possible way you can do that is through the power of the beautiful, awakened imagination. So, you now go and live in that dream fulfilled. And you do so, again, by clearly defining what your goal is. Like I said before, if it's a new car, you go down to the agency, you look at that new car, and you get the image of that new car in your own mind. Then you can go back home, and before you go to sleep at night, I found to be the best time for me. I close my eyes, and I dramatize a scene wherein I'm climbing into that car, my wife is getting into the car, my children, and we drive out into the off the driveway, out into the street. We drive away, and we talk to each other. We pretend. I talk to the wife. I say, "Man, does this car drive nicely? It's so beautiful and easy to handle." And she says, "Oh, and I just love these cushions are so soft and nice." And of course, the kids, we get them into the act too. And so they talk about how easy it is to get the windows to go up electrically instead of having to crank them now. And all these wonderful ways of living in that dream fulfilled, as though it's already reality. And then you turn and you find that you have to release it. And the way you release it is by letting go. You give thanks. Say thank you. And then you open your eyes, or you fall asleep and then open your eyes the next morning. And then you stand fast. You know that the working of the law, you plant corn, you're going to get corn. And so you released it, and now you're going to watch and see how in mysterious ways wonders are performed. You're going to find that all of a sudden this happens or that happens. And people a lot of times call it luck. Wasn't that lucky, or wasn't that a coincidence? There's no such thing as luck or coincidence. Things don't just happen. They happen just according to the law of sowing and reaping. Again, you plant corn, you're getting corn. You're not going to get apples. The same way here. You got to believe. Believe in the law. I said, okay, what am I supposed to write? I had the pad and the pen sitting there, and all of a sudden it started flowing. And just kept writing and writing and writing. And that's what the little bee book is. 83 pages. It's the sum total of this philosophy that I've been talking about. How to be anything you want to be and have anything you want to have. And it's up to you, because you're the boss of your world. Nobody else, you. And so you just apply this tremendous little technique that I was blessed to learn and apply, and now it's up to you to decide what you want to be and what you want to have. Get this little bee book. That's what I call it, the bee book. We've all heard the expression, to be or not to be. That's Shakespeare, famous author. To be or not to be. Happy, healthy, more successful. And of course then, we've seen the Thinker. That's Rodin's Thinker. That's a great sculpture. And this is what this amounts to, is how to think. See, we all went to school, we learned what to think. 2 and 2 equals 4 in history. But now, you're going to learn how to think. And once you do, you can make up your mind. You're going to be anything you want to be and have anything you want to have. And that's a big promise that I'm giving you. But I believe it, sincerely. I know I can accomplish what I want to be and what I want to have. I've done so. And so you can do the same thing. Now the bee book, it's only 83 pages. But it's a sum total of everything I've learned and how to think. And these 83 pages, you can obtain a copy. It's very simple. A lot of people say, well, how much you sell that for? $30, $40? I said, no. This is available. We retail it at $20 a book. And all you have to do is to read it, study it, and apply it. And you know what? I read this at least once a month. At least once a month I read it. Because it came through me, not from me. And that's why I pick up something new almost every time I read it. Now, as I mentioned, the book retails at $20, but I'm making it available to you at our website, thebeebook.com, for $10. That's 50% discount. And I'm doing so because it means so much to me, and I know it's going to mean so much to you. And you've been so nice to listen to my talking about the philosophy, so now get the bee book. The Uniscope Foundation. What does that mean? The word uniscope means universal in scope. In other words, it expands the consciousness of the human being to realize our oneness. We all are one with one another. There's one great human family, and we're all a part of this uniscope, the universe that we're all living in.